Hello and welcome to TCM, everybody. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. You've come to us 10 days into Summer Under the Stars. Every August for 31 days, one star gets a full 24 hours of their movies. So 31 actors and actresses over 31 days. Today's star is a man of enormous talent who carried with him a singular burden, Sidney Poitier. Not only did Poitier have to carry movies, embody different characters, and deal with everything a working actor copes with, he was also a symbol, the first big-time mainstream black movie star. So nearly every movie Poitier made in the first 20 years of his career carried extra weight. His successes and failures were seen by many, much of the media included, as the successes and failures of a race. No one ever thought Humphrey Bogart, John Wayne, Cary Grant, or Jimmy Cagney spoke for white people. I'm not trying to be political. I'm just trying to call a little attention to how bright the spotlight shined on Sidney Poitier. And up next, one of Poitier's most popular films, from Columbia Pictures in 1967 to Sir with Love. The setting is an inner-city school in the East End of London. Poitier is Mark Thackeray. By trade, he's an engineer, but since he's unable to find a job as an engineer, he becomes a high school teacher with students from working-class families, kids who've largely been written off. Thackeray's biggest challenge is teaching life skills to these students who are often aggressively belligerent, while simultaneously he has to teach them to respect each other and themselves. Poitier patterned his performance after one of his own teachers when he was growing up in the Bahamas. Studio executives did not expect To Sir with Love to be a big hit, so the budget was tight. Poitier and director James Clavell, who also adapted the screenplay, worked for low upfront salaries in return for a guaranteed percentage of the profits. Turned out to be a wise move because it became the 8th highest grossing movie of the year, part of a huge year for Poitier. We'll have more about that after the film. Cast also includes Lulu, who was one of England's best-known pop singers. Her recording of the film's theme became a worldwide hit. In January, Saturday Night Live did a farewell tribute to President Barack Obama using Lulu's song. From 1967, also with Christian Roberts, Judy Geeson, and Susie Kendall, here's Sidney Poitier in To Sir with Love. In addition to Sir with Love, Sidney Poitier had two other movies released in 1967, In the Heat of the Night, which we'll have coming up later, and Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. In the Heat of the Night won the Oscar for Best Picture in a memorably competitive year. It beat out The Graduate, Bonnie and Clyde, and that other Poitier movie, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, not to mention Cool Hand Luke, which wasn't even nominated. The box office success of those three 1967 Poitier movies turned Poitier into one of Hollywood's most bankable stars. Poitier went on to play Mark Thackeray again in 1996. 29 years later, he revisited the character in To Sir with Love 2, directed by Peter Bogdanovich. In that film, Thackeray leaves England after 30 years to take a teaching position in Chicago. Lulu and Judy Geeson reprised their roles as Thackeray's former students. Up next, Sidney Poitier is an escaped convict with a fate literally tied to Tony Curtis.